Ever thought of printing your heart on a 3D printer? Sounds bizarre, doesn't it? But let's take a moment to marvel at the world of 3D printed organs. This isn't some far-off sci-fi fantasy. We're talking about a burgeoning field in the here and now. Imagine once upon a time, 3D printers were known for churning out little more than plastic trinkets. Fast forward to today and these machines are producing biological materials. Yes, you heard it right, biological materials. And here's where it gets really interesting. The future promises even more remarkable advances. Picture a world where we can print human organs for transplant. No more waiting lists, no more donor shortages. Just a printer, some bio-ink, and voila, a brand new organ, ready for transplant. So next time you're running low on hearts, remember, you might just be able to print one. Now you might be wondering, how on earth can we print a human organ? Well, grab your lab coats, folks, because we're diving into the science behind it. Imagine having a printer that can print out a brand new organ, but instead of using standard printer ink, it uses something far more sophisticated, a bio-ink made up of the patient's own cells. Here's how it works. Scientists first take a sample of the patient's cells. These cells are then multiplied in a lab and mixed into a soup-like bio-ink. This bio-ink is then loaded into a 3D printer that meticulously prints the organ layer by layer, just like how a regular printer would print an image. The beauty of this method lies in its potential to revolutionize transplant medicine. It could drastically reduce the risk of organ rejection since the organ is made from the patient's own cells. Plus, it could significantly cut down on the waiting times for transplants. And that, my friends, is how you print a kidney. Just make sure you've got the right ink cartridges. So, when can we expect to see these printed organs in hospitals? Well, the future might be closer than you think. 3D organ printing, once the stuff of science fiction, is becoming a reality. Scientists have already made headway with successful experiments, printing mini organs and tissues. It's like they're running a miniature organ factory. Take mini kidneys, for example. Researchers have managed to print these little guys complete with all their complex structures. That's not just a win for science, it's a win for all those kidney beans out there waiting for a match. But let's not get too carried away. There are hurdles to cross. Printing larger, more complex organs is still a challenge. Imagine trying to print a full-sized heart with all its intricate valves and chambers. It's like trying to assemble a ship in a bottle, only 1,000 times more complicated. So, while we might not be printing full-sized hearts just yet, we're definitely on the right track. Scene script. So what does this mean for the future of organ transplants? Buckle up because we're about to take a ride into the future. Picture this. A world where the need for organ donors is a thing of the past. Thanks to 3D printed organs, we might just be on the brink of such an era. This revolutionary technology could be the game changer in transplant medicine, eliminating the heart-wrenching wait for a compatible organ donor. Imagine, no more desperate pleas on social media for organ donors, no more frantic searches for a match, and most importantly, no more lives lost waiting. We're looking at a future where the organ you need is just a print job away. In essence, 3D printed organs could usher in a new era of hope and life for millions around the world. Transplant medicine is on the cusp of a revolution, and it's fascinatingly futuristic. So the next time someone tells you they're heartless, just tell them to print a new one.